They hate when you elevate. They stacking up losses, I'm handing them out, yeah, I had to go delegate. It feel like I'm floating, I'm lost in the moment, I swear I could levitate. They never believed that I would really fly.
Yo, what's up, world? Welcome back to another great edition of Express Yourself with XPress. You know who I am, but if you don't, I am your very grateful host, because we ain't saying humble no more. Very grateful host, XPress, live in the flesh, reporting live from Network Studios as always. And you know how I start every episode by thanking my proud sponsors. So let's thank Self-Love, let's thank Burgundyism, let's thank Shoe Pugs, let's thank King Vision, let's thank Free Fuel, let's thank Ethica, because we got some works in the works and stuff like that. If you didn't see the last episode, make sure you guys catch up with Godson. That's amazing. We got some gems. I dropped a clip today, but it ain't about that right now. It's about this amazing, talented individual I got in the house. Before I reveal that, expression of the episode, my expression of this episode is commitment. This individual's commitment is impeccable. And I think that anyone who has not came across him as a person is a lost person, because he has this infectious energy with him, and I can't thank him enough. But ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's go ahead and welcome in the amazing, talented, but down-to-earth person, Trev-Rich.
Hey,
Appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate you, and I often say this, a person's presence deserves presence. That's a real gift to me. You being here is a gift to me, so I got a gift for you, my brother. Like I do. Yes. Courtesy of my proud sponsor, Shoe Pugs. And you know how I do. Little Oprah situation over there for my guy Ryan. Thank you, Ryan, for setting this up. But everything in here is for you, my brother.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
Shout out Shoe Pud, man. I'm gonna check this out when we get done with the interview.
That's right. And then I got a tea in there for you from Self-Love, my other sponsor.
Okay.
So yeah, we're gonna kick this off right. Those of you who may not know, I got a job off of playing a specific video game. I was a master. I guess I'll just say a prophet when it comes to Madden.
Hey.
But
Yeah.
we're going to get into why I said that. Let them know where you're
sure.
originally from, my brother, and then we get to the family upbringing.
From Denver, Colorado. A lot of people be like, yo, you from where? You know what I'm saying? But I feel like now Denver is getting a little bit more light. You know what I'm saying? The culture is building over there. It's budding. So I feel like now when I say Denver, it's a little different than when I used to say it. You know what I'm saying?
You've been impactful for the culture over there prior to Dion. Like we can go beyond that and stuff, and
but shout out them boys though, because like anything that bring light to, you know what I'm saying, to the city, I'm never gonna like knock it. I'm never gonna talk down on it unless it's making us look a certain type of way. And I feel like Dion came over there and did it right. You know what I'm saying? So I can't do nothing but shout out Unc.
I mean, I'll say this though. With the blueprint you laid down and continue to establish and stay committed to, sky's the limit and then beyond.
And I feel like, you know, like it's not even like our just due. You feel me? Like we know who we are as a culture. And it's kind of like you said, like, if you find me, you find me. If you find us, you find us. But a lot of people come to Denver and they be like, oh, I didn't know it was like this. You know what I'm saying? It's a good culture. It's, you know, we building over there, but I feel like now a lot more people's getting light and bringing light to the city rather than it just being a bunch of bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the family upbringing and the dynamics and how you got established as the individual that you are today.
Sheesh. Let's go with the good shit.
Okay. Always.
You know? Well, I'm the oldest of 12.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? My dad got 12. My mom and dad together got 3. So it's like I always had a big family. You know what I'm saying? Big family upbringing, even outside of just being close with my siblings. You know, I feel like the older we got, the closer me and, you know, all my other siblings got. But come from a big family, grandpa, grandma, mom, dad, aunties, you know what I'm saying? Uncles, cousins, like we deep. You feel me? So family dynamic, it's always had like a big impact because it's like, you know, I always had friends too though, you feel me? But it's like even when, you know, I wasn't really close with friends and stuff like that, like I always had my family, I always had, you know, a couple of my bros who still around to this day. I got brothers that I've been close with since first grade, second grade. You know what I'm saying? And they like family now.
Absolutely.
I got people I met, you know what I'm saying, within the last couple of years, and they like family now. So it's like, if you bring in a certain type of energy to my life, you know what I'm saying, I really take that. I don't take it for granted. You feel me? Like, I really try to keep that type of good energy around me because it ain't a lot around.
Oh no, I can contest to every word he's saying.
Yeah.
Again, from the moment I met him in that studio, he was putting some amazing work together with our brother Casey Veggies. But it was you.
Mm-hmm.
You were that light in that room. And again, me knowing briefly about you prior to meeting you, it was just like, I wouldn't say overwhelming. It was much needed to see that there's people who really have light in these dark spaces throughout the trials and tribulations that they go through, and are able to articulate themselves, but also help others do the same.
Right. It's crazy that you said that, because I want to grab my phone real quick. But
Absolutely.
I got, people back home, certain people love me. You feel me? Like, they just, and it's that energy thing that you talking about. You know what I'm saying? So just yesterday I was talking about how dope it was to be in LA, and you know what I'm saying, a lot of people back home, they really don't understand LA. They don't, you know what I'm saying? They
You
don't
gotta
know.
come to feel the
Unless
energy.
you feel it. You know what I'm saying? All they hear is like the weird Hollywood culture shit.
Or the
demonic
gangbanging hood shit.
Yeah, but that's like, they not even worried about that. You know what I'm saying?
Of course
It's
not.
more along the lines of like the Hollywood shit, and it's weird, and the energy is demonic and something like that.
Well, they do call it Holly weird for a reason.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So I was online, and I was talking like, after the show, I was feeling it, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, dang, do LA love me a little bit? And a girl wrote me and she said, Hollywood is way too demonic and dark for your energy, my love. She said, you can visit as much as you want, but don't move. I said, true, but my energy gonna fuck that energy up every time.
1,000%.
And that's exactly what it was. And she was like,
1,000%.
you are right.
Perspective is key, man.
Yeah.
And a lot of times you have to show people that ain't shit gonna stop you but you.
Nope.
For real.
No.
And with that being said, the stop, but there's a start.
Oh,
So
listen.
who were the starts in your family as far as musically that got you in tune and the sounds that you were coming across?
Later on, I figured out a lot of things about my grandfather. You know what I'm saying, that I never got a chance to meet, but my hands-on, face-to-face, I think it was my Uncle Michael, he did like a talent show in high school, and I just seen him like going crazy, and he just like got all the love and respect. And I'm like, yo, like, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I think I had my first verse written that night. You feel me? After that talent show, and my dad made me record it and put it on the, used to call and the answer machine.
Yes. Leave the voice messages.
Yeah, so he made me do a verse on the answer machine.
I remember my voice message and stuff used to have music, that used to get off the stereo.
Yep.
And I'll just hold it down like.
And then like, you reached it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was the night I wrote my first verse, you know what I'm saying? And then when I got older, I never met like how I got my last name, because Rich is my real last name. It's not no rap name. You know what I'm saying? So
I know.
How I got my last name was my grandfather, and his name was Herbie Rich. That's my mom's dad. But I never met him, you know what I'm saying? And then when I first started doing music, I always felt like my mom was kind of like, I don't want you know what I'm saying? And I started to realize when I got older, like, her dad was a super crazy musician, you know what I'm saying? He toured for the most part of his life with Jimi Hendrix. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, they got to see, but I feel like the music industry and the experience with my grandfather put a bad taste in their mouth. So they was like, we don't really want you in there. But I've always loved music, you know what I'm saying, since I was a kid. So it was kind of like something that was just in me. Then I started seeing like articles about my grandfather and how he was like a baby genius, could play all instruments at like age 7, age 8, something like that. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, dang, okay, this is where it come from.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? This is where my passion, where it just burns inside of me to get up at 3 a.m. and write a song, or, you know what I'm saying? So, it was just, I never got a chance to, meet him or anything like that, but I know where it come from now. So it's kind of like, it kind of tied it all together for me.
Oh no, I'm right there with you. I'm a grandma and grandpa's boy.
Yeah.
My grandfather is he was the hardest working man in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And not to downplay my dad, because my dad was the hardest hustler I knew.
Yeah,
Ever.
Yeah.
I just talked to that man this morning.
Mm-hmm.
And like when it comes to like that dynamic, as far as embedding with the foundation that they had in them
Right.
into you, it's a game changer. Like I don't do anything without thanking
Mm-hmm.
him.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he's no longer with me, he's always with me.
Yeah.
Everything that I do is a reason, and I kind of want to tap into you and the music and your reason for it.
Mm-hmm.
Like though you've discovered where it came from and stuff, what makes you go after it?
Right. And I feel like, bro, like I just know I got something to say. You know what I'm saying? I got people walking around with my name tatted on them, my lyrics tatted on them, and you know what I'm saying? People telling me you saved me from this and you saved me from that, and so it was like when I first started, it was like we got to get the money and the women and this and that, you know what I'm saying? But now it's like my idea of why I do it changed a little bit. You feel me? Because it's like when somebody comes and tell you the reason that they still living, you know what I'm saying? Or something you said, something you put in a song. They was going through something that they didn't know they was gonna make it through, and they put your song on repeat. Like it's a little different. You know what I'm saying? It's a different responsibility that comes with that. So it's like, dang, people is not only listening to what I'm saying, but they hugging it and holding on to it enough to go get your lyrics. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you really want to not necessarily be careful, but you want to make sure that what you putting in this world is bright. Because there's a lot of people going through dark stuff. You know what I'm saying? And
Absolutely.
I feel like when people always be like, humble, I'm so glad you said that. Because, you know, I don't want people to think me being down to earth is me being a humble person. You know what I'm saying? I'm humble to God. That's it.
And that was a correction that I had been making as well. It's when you're humble, you're actually watering yourself down and you're not even meeting your full potential.
Literally.
So like, nah, bask in the ambiance and not mainly live in the moment, because we can't do anything about yesterday and tomorrow. All we have is a purpose for today.
That's it.
So just put full passion into it.
That's it.
So let's talk about, you know, as far as everybody gets their cosigns and stuff like that. Everybody gets their individual who ups you and stuff like that. Talk about the individual who co-signed you and upped you.
We talking about Joe or Bird? Which one we
can
talking
talk
about?
about both. We can talk about both.
Joe, you know what I'm saying? That's a good story, because I didn't believe, you know, I was actually talking to Joe when he first called me, and I'm like, man, stop playing on my phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody, this ain't Joe. But then I seen like his partner Ice, you know what I'm saying? Ice always been around, you feel me? Like I think people like just getting familiar with Ice since he joined the podcast, but Ice always been, you know, very close knit with Joe. And he followed me after I sent him some stuff, and they like, yo, you got to come out to Jersey, you know what I'm saying? And that's when I met Surf, that's when I met Imani, you know what I'm saying? That's when I met the whole camp with Joe. And it was just like a dope experience, you know what I'm saying? Because it was really just about the music. It's about the music. I feel like everything I've been through is just like a stepping stone and a testament to who I am and what I'm supposed to put in this world. So the camp with Joe was music. It got to be the best music. You got to have the best bars. Your verse got to be, you got to, you know what I'm saying? And then after that, when I got to Cash Money, it was more about, okay, this is about image. This is about, you know, money.
Branding.
This is about, you know. So I started to see like the different sides of the music industry, what works, what doesn't, you know. And a lot of people never felt like I was a good fit at Cash Money just because of, you know, what I was representing and what I was trying to do. But
I don't know, because I like I said, I see you as a GOAT.
Yeah, it was good for me.
And my GOAT is Wayne.
Yeah.
So I don't see how that does not translate for me personally.
No, I get it. And it was just like what you represent kind of clashes with what they represent. And it's like, it wasn't about me just, you know, putting on the jersey and trying to act like them. Like I still had to maintain who I was. You know what I'm saying? So with me being able to maintain who I was and still put out the music that I wanted to make, I feel like it was a good situation. Everything I've been through is a learning experience.
Right.
You know, so for me to be able to take back home and teach to a place that doesn't have necessarily an industry, you know, which is why I be very open when young artists be like, hey, Trev, what you think about? Hey, Trev, what you know what I'm saying? If they ever need advice and they come to me, like every single one of them gonna be like, Trev gave me some game.
Absolutely.
You know, because I'm not gonna keep, I went through too much to get the game for me to try to keep the game bottled up. You know what I'm saying? So I literally try to give young artists an alley-oop on, you know, just advice or where they need to be mentally or what they need to do or the next moves they need to make to get to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot. It's a lot. I think people think, yo, we in the age of social media, so I could just put a song on TikTok and it's gonna blow up. You know what I'm saying? And seldomly it do happen like that. But a lot of times it don't happen like that. You feel me? So it's like, if this is a money grab, I tell artists all the time, go get a job.
Invest in yourself.
Yeah, go get a job. If this is just a money grab or you think this is a get rich quick scheme, like go get you a 9-to-5, bro.
You gotta work for this shit like it's never gonna come.
Yeah, for sure.
But always have the optimism of it can come tomorrow.
It can be here.
So if
right?
it don't come tomorrow, cool. I'm willing to put in the 10-year grind and then some, because there is no end goal to it, and that's the problem with a lot of people. They and I say this even about myself as well. Like, if I have an end goal, then that means it stops there.
Right.
The end goal for me is the journey. That means it keeps going.
There ain't no end. You feel me? Like that's what I really started to realize. Like, even when, you know, that day comes that I might be like, yo, man, I want to put this mic down. You know what I'm saying? Or I just want to record for myself and not put it out there to the world no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm always gonna have a hand in it. So it's like I'll probably be running around with my own artists at that time. You know what I'm saying? Probably have 5-6 artists that we run around trying to make their dreams come true at that time. You feel me?
You ain't trying. You in the process of and working towards trying to state of mind, doing a state of action.
And that's the thing. Like, when I say everything I've been through is for a reason, like, I think just with me being over there, me being managed here, and me getting to witness this and telling an artist, because I'm writing music with this artist for a couple of years, like, I successfully know how to run a label.
Oh, 1,000%. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, let's not water anything down. We got a mother freaking platinum artist in the building, not just for himself, but for other people.
Yeah.
So just understand, like, when it comes to actually adding value, because a lot of people always look at what they can get out of something.
Exactly.
Look at what you can build and give and provide and be of service to. And that's one thing I noticed with you, like it being in that studio session with you, like, yeah, you in your zone, you doing your thing, but you tapping in with people, seeing what they got going, seeing how you can contribute to what they got going. And it's a helping hand. And even getting to Denver, like, how important is that to be a hope of light, but also be the person to open up the doors for other individuals to walk through?
I just want, once that door open, I want them to run through that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so much talent. You know, like I said, it's a lot of talent, like heavy talent, no industry. So it's like, even when somebody's making a lot of noise in the city, and, you know, if somebody's making a lot of noise in LA and Miami and Texas, then they like, oh, how we gonna get this person? Like, this person gonna get signed. You make a lot of noise in the city, and it's like, you got to keep going, and you got to leave the city, because you can't nobody just walk into your studio session and sign you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To a major deal. Like, it don't happen like that. You feel me? So I be trying to tell these artists to get out and get on the road, but if I could open any door for them, I want them to run through that motherfucker.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm literally sitting here, like, just, again, I appreciate being friends with somebody I'm a fan of.
Yeah,
like,
dope.
and I've been really on that a lot lately, just showing up. And I show up solo, so I ain't got nothing to worry about, but showing up to be genuine about the support that you give, because it's not about let me give it so it can come back my way, but let me just be pure and genuine and give it, because I appreciate the music, I appreciate the talent, the person, but I'm rocking with the person, like, just as a person, not as an artist or anything like that. So I appreciate being able to see you perform multiple times in a day.
That's
like,
bro, 2 shows in one day is crazy.
Dope.
Like, yeah, and it's I feel like that what you got going on is, like, so special, because it's a lost art. You know what I'm saying? Like,
thank you.
I got friends, I got family that I'm actually fans of. You feel me? So like, to hear that coming from you, it's like, I hope that spreads, because so many people worry about how it look. Like, how I don't want to look like this. I don't want to look like I'm dick riding. I don't want to look like I'm like, and it's like, how do you genuinely feel? You know what I'm saying? Like, if there was no cameras, if there was no nothing, like, there's people who I'm actually fans of, bro. You know what I'm saying? That I could wake up and call on the phone and be like, bro, how you doing? Yeah. And that's like the dopest thing, to actually be fans of, you know what I'm saying, your friends and family. And a lot of people try to hide that shit, and I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that you like can say that. You know what I'm saying? Proudly say that type shit, because a lot more people need to be able to do that.
And I want to say I'm proud of you and the work that you put in.
Thank you, bro.
Keep putting it in the work because the real people see it.
Hey,
and even the fake people see it so they can mimic it. Trust me. I've been seeing your style been bitten by a few people.
And it happens like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially like when you get in these sessions and you know what I'm saying, you working with different artists and stuff like that. Like you could give them the sauce and they could run off and, you know what I'm saying, make a whole album with your sound. It happens. There be times I get phone calls like, hey, did you write this? And I be like, no. I did it, but I did. You know what I'm saying? I've seen
it happen with a lot of people, and I used to do a little dibble dabbling in managing and artist development. And the very first thing I'll ask an artist is if their BMI or ASCAP for that reason specifically.
Yeah.
If you don't trademark yourself or brand yourself, then someone can take that idea and run wild with it.
Run off with it. And
I've seen it happen too many times to where, I mean, there's certain big hitters in the industry nowadays that's still doing it, and then there's certain artists that had that one hit or had that beginning, but then because of by popular demand, someone can come in and take your whole steez and now it's theirs, and now you're lost in the sauce.
You know, it's crazy. It's funny because one of my people, they was like, "Man, have you seen this like AI database thing?" And you know, they like using your songs to train AI. You feel me? And I'm like, you know, at first I was sitting there like, what the fuck? But I'm like, I'm not surprised. Like, I done trained people in real life to take my style and run with it. So, why am I surprised that AI is using my songs to train? And it was like, I looked up the database. It was like AI was using 170 something songs of mine to train the database.
Yeah, we're going to need some of them funds kicked over this way, man. We're going to need some of them funds kicked over this way for sure, because it's like, stop, man. You just mad because he's styling on you, basically.
And, you know, you just have to get to a point where you realize why you in the room. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like what a lot of songwriters do, and this is just a little game for songwriters, but I feel like a lot of songwriters, they get in a room with big artists and they try to go recreate what that artist has already done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I'm getting in a studio session with Cardi B, I'm not trying to recreate Bodak Yellow.
No.
You feel me? So it's like, she could do that by herself.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Artists don't need you to do what they've already done by themselves. It's like you are in that room and you got a certain sauce to take that artist to a whole different direction or a whole different level. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So now when I'm in those rooms, I'm like, I'm in this room for a reason. You feel me? Like, because I'm bringing my style, not because I'm trying to mimic your style.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I get to the point where certain people will be like, yo, did you write this for such and such? Or did you write this? Because I got my own style. I got my own sound now. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's the dopest part, was like finding me on this journey.
How much of you bleeds out into your music? Everybody
100%.
always wants to know that. Everybody always wants to know, like, how much of a person, because we have these people, and I don't even want to say anybody's name specifically, but we have these people who will put out this image, but it ain't even what it really is. It's smoke and mirrors.
Right.
So yeah, how much of you is your music?
I'll say my music is 100% of me, but it's only a small percentage because there's so many things that I can't talk about in music.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when it gets to that point and we all rich as hell and, you know what I'm saying, multi-millionaires.
Documentary series will be happening.
You feel me? And then they gonna be like, oh, shit. Like, I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I briefly talk about certain things, but there's a lot of things that I can't really go in depth into because it's just, you know, it's too much. Too much is going on outside right now.
We don't need you to be enemy of the state, right? We don't.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot. And, you know, it's not nothing too crazy, but even still, like, people I'm around, you know what I'm saying? I'd be damned if something happened to, you know, anybody I'm around either. So it's just like, I've seen a lot. I've been through a lot. I know a lot. So getting to this point is just like, you know, like, I think I'm finally back having fun again. For so long, it was like, and I asked some of my fans this too, because I feel like when you are, you know, in that state and you are in that sadness and you are in that, you know, depressive state and you find one of my songs and you latch on to, how does it feel listening to that song once you out of that state?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
When you're not vibrating on those frequencies,
right. So
how you gonna love that shirt? That's why.
yeah,
When you're not vibrating on that
Yeah.
frequency, how much does that song still relate to you?
Right. So it's like, and I wouldn't even be mad if somebody used one of my songs to get through the worst time of their life, and then once they got through it, they never wanted to hear that song again.
Mm-hmm.
As long as it carried them to that point, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? And I feel
Mm-hmm.
like a lot of people do go through that.
Yeah, because that chicken song last night that they had to
Yeah.
make sure it got I'm telling everybody in there related to it.
They're like, run it back.
Run it back, please. Because if he didn't say it, I was about to say it.
Yeah.
And then if I didn't say it, she was gonna say it.
Yeah.
Like everybody fucks with you, bro.
And it's crazy because like I felt it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
And being here in superficial Southern California, it's really hard to feel genuineness from people because everybody, not everyone, but a lot of people have hidden agendas or ulterior motives.
Yeah.
And I tell people a lot of times when they think like there's a catch to me. The only catch to me is if you see me about to fall and hit the ground, catch me before I do.
Yeah.
That's really all it is. That's all it is.
Help me.
I'm really just down to earth.
And it's like, you know, I feel like it's even doper coming from like my background and then being on that stage, and you know, a couple people get on that stage and they got a little bit more notoriety than me, especially like out here in LA. But to get that type of love and that type of response from people who never heard my shit before, you know what I'm saying? And they like, hey, yo, I'm walking through the crowd and I probably shook 1,000 hands in that crowd, you know what I'm saying? Because they like, hey, bro, you got it. Hey, bro, you got, you know, even big OGs, you know what I'm saying, in the crowd, and they like, hey, you know what I'm saying?
You
like,
got
so
that.
it's like dope to experience that. And I always, you know, it's always look like I'm a perform in Denver and I get out the stage and, you know, there'll be people who do the same thing, but it's like expected because it's your hometown. You know what I'm saying? And certain people don't want to hate on you because it's not popular to hate on you in your hometown. Some people want to hate on you because it is popular to hate on you in your hometown, but you get on a stage in a city that nobody knows you, nobody owes you shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And they only hate you because they ain't you.
Right. And you get off stage and they like, hey, bro, you hard. Like, that's all you want as an artist. You feel me?
And I got to say this because family is always family here. Ryan, family. Let's talk about the dynamics of you two.
Yeah.
How it came about and how it's still striving and going.
Sheesh.
Exactly.
Like, in like you said, in the industry that, you know, a lot of people don't have the right motives. You know what I'm saying? Don't have always a hidden agenda and, you know, that going on. Like, when I first met Ryan, I told Ryan, I don't care if we got to get out the trenches. Like, I'm not asking for the world in day one. But I'm looking for a team that I can get in the trenches with and get back. Like, I'm getting out of jail at this time. You know what I'm saying? I think we had a call the day after I got out of jail. You type shit. And I'm like, I'm getting out of jail, getting off of house arrest, still on probation. And I'm like, I need a team that I could get dirty with, get in the trenches with, and we just run this shit to the top. And he like, I'm with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm with you. And like, you don't really hear that often. You feel me? Like, especially me just getting out and not knowing where I want to go next. Like, I got a manager with nothing to manage right now. You know what I'm saying? I got to figure me out. I got to figure out my sound. I got to figure out what I want to do. I got to figure out even if I still want to do this shit. And he like, I'm with you. You know what I'm saying? So take Ryan from one company. Ryan is like, I'm leaving this company. I leave with him.
That's true. Like, just belief.
You know what I'm saying?
True belief, because that's something that's rarely to come by, and I got that with Kenyon. Like, he believes in me when I don't.
Right.
Like, so like I see, like, again with Ryan too. Like, I can't thank him too much because like I go through a lot of health situations. People know, but when I was in that bed, he called me.
I know you would.
Not just once, twice.
Yeah.
When I got it wasn't even about the music. It wasn't even about the shows. It wasn't even about anything. It was about God and are you good? And so like I'm just proud to be able to come across and be a part of the family, you know, and continue to be adding members to it that are like-minded.
Right.
Because in this oversaturated industry, you can get lost in the sauce very easily, but when people have the right intention, you know, and God's with them and with you, nothing's stopping it.
And that's the biggest thing that, you know, me and Ryan have is like, when we first started, we was bumping heads. You know what I'm saying? We both very strong-minded people. We both trying to figure it out, you know. But I feel like the growth that I've had, the growth that he's had since we first started this is like crazy, you know what I'm saying? Because the hardest thing you can do is grow. It's very uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is like, Ryan's gonna make mistakes. Ryan's not perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm gonna make mistakes. But being around somebody I never have to question your intentions is the key to being able to forgive for those mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Like I see Ryan go through a lot of things with, you know, a lot of people, and he's very misunderstood, you know what I'm saying? And some people will say he's overbearing a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Because he goes so hard for his artists. But I would rather a manager that goes so hard for me than a manager just sitting back waiting for me to do it myself.
What are you there for?
You know what I'm saying? So it's
I can push myself.
Right. So it's like he's gonna be in all the comments. He's gonna be sharing all the posts. He's gonna be tagging you. He's gonna be sending you stuff because he cares about his artists.
He was like, yo, he sent me something. I was like, I'm already on it, boss. I already did it. He's like, I just want to make sure, double down, make sure, because it's like, I have true faith and belief in not just what I'm doing, but who I'm doing it for and with.
Right.
So,
right. And you never have to question that. You know what I'm saying? Ryan will sit there, and if you got to register songs, he done registered 300 songs. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's, when I ask for somebody to get in the trenches, like, he in there.
Yes.
You feel me?
Yes.
And it's like, what we need to do, what we got to do, what we got to do. And it's like, anything we got to do to get to that next level. And sometimes I be like, bro, I don't want to talk about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they're like, all right, well, I'm gonna give you 10. I'm gonna give you 10, maybe 20
like,
minutes.
all right, bro.
But we're gonna have to get to it.
Let me call you later. You know what I'm saying? Like,
literally. And he will call you back later. Hey, bro.
Yeah, because
you good right now?
I'll get in that. I'll get into those moods to where it's like, you know, I got family things going on. I got other things going on. Maybe my mind's just not wrapped around doing a TikTok video today or some shit, you know what I'm saying? But bro's gonna make sure I know what I'm supposed to be doing. But I'm just like, hey, bro, not right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then we'll reconvene when I'm back in, you know, a better headspace or something like that. It might just be something that I'm just busy at the moment and I need to deal with. But he's gonna make sure I know what I got on the table, what I need to do. Hey, I'm gonna remind you what the goal is. This is where we need to get, you know what I'm saying? So it's always that. And like I said, it's either that or nothing. Like, I could never go to a manager who don't go hard for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'm sure you've experienced that. So you already know what to look for, what to evade.
And I feel like anybody who's on his roster, you know, it'd be hard to bounce back from having a manager who goes this hard for you. And then you go to somewhere else and it's just like, dang, you ain't calling me, you ain't texting me, you ain't.
I gotta shout somebody out from the family and the roster. Shout out Crybaby Kayla Ray.
Yeah.
Because that moment, it was a beautiful moment. She's coming back, y'all. Everybody becomes a repeat offender, but the moment where she got to speak of it,
I seen the moment.
It's like, we don't give flowers here, brother. We give golden nuggets because gold lasts forever. You deserve all the gold in the world because of the purpose and the passion that you have, not just for yourself, but for the individuals. And again, I'm just glad to be a family member and a part of it. Glad to be sitting here with y'all today. And looking forward to creating more moments like that too, man.
For sure.
Seriously.
And that's like the biggest, like, even when, you know, I brought Kayla, you know, and I'm like, bro, this could be a great fit for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the thing is, I'm not just going to bring Ryan any artist. Because Ryan's not just a manager that could just, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to have a heart. You gotta have soul. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't just bring him any type of artist because some artists gonna drive him crazy. And he's like, you know what I'm saying?
What is this?
Right.
I can't get jiggy with this.
Right, for real though. And I just feel like the artist who's on his roster, the dope thing about that is I feel like every artist on his roster actually cares about him.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, outside of music.
I see it. I see it.
So it's like you seldomly get that type of energy, that type of vibe in this industry. So to find that, you want to be like, okay, we got to make this work. Like, there's no option but other than to make this work. But like I said, we got in the trenches, and you know, our head is peeking out of the trenches a little bit now. So you know, it took a little time, but we in here now.
You peeking more,
because
now we're pivoting into my amazing segment called Blast from the Past. So I can show you how much you peeked out of the trenches without even realizing it, brother.
That's crazy. I know you got to show some crazy shit.
Oh, I got plenty.
I don't know if I'm ready for this.
Let's start.
Okay.
Let's start.
Look at that.
Let's
See
start.
that name up there?
Let's start. Exactly why I started it here.
Yeah.
Because again, like, he's gonna go hard for you and every aspect that he can.
Mm-hmm.
But let's talk about how hard this moment was for you, because not only man has tracks on 2K Madden, but to have it airwave on Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
Like, talk about how that made you feel and how you still strive to create moments bigger than this.
When they told me that they was gonna use it like a couple times, like it wasn't just gonna be a one time thing.
It wasn't.
You know what I'm saying? That was like, damn, like you never know, bro. When I was first doing whole team, I was just hoping people liked it. You feel me? I'm like, okay, this could be a dope record. It's a little different for me, but I'm like, this could be a dope record.
It's an anthem.
Then they like Madden, and then they like, cause I think we originally was gonna do I did the hook for whole team for Fast and Furious.
Yes.
That was original.
Yes.
And then they was like, nope, Madden loves it. Put sports verses on it. You know what I'm saying?
Sports.
Yeah. They like put sports verses on it. And then I was like, okay, I did the sports verses. Madden picks it up. And then after that, like for when the Nuggets won the championship back home, like this is the theme song for they run.
Yes.
Then it becomes
I almost want my
football.
AI Nuggets jersey.
Yeah.
I almost did, but I didn't want to hurt, my Kobe's feelings, you know? You know?
Nah, I get
Yeah.
And then it becomes, pretty much people was like, it's the theme song for Monday Night Football. I done heard it 3 times. I done heard it 4 times. And I'm just like, dang, like, you never know, bro. You know what I'm saying? God got his hand in everything. So it could be something that we make, and we make it for a totally different reason, and it becomes the biggest that is, going. It could get picked up another time.
It's gonna get translated over to college football. It's gonna be.
It could be on anything. And now it's at the point where I'm just watching it work. You know what I'm saying? It's like you create your baby and you watching your baby grow up, and you know what I'm saying? I'm just watching it work, bro. That's it.
This is an incredible moment because again, like I I was a Madden prodigy, and how it started was my dad and my uncle Eric Jr. My cousin Eric Jr. He was, in my eyes, the greatest Madden player I ever seen in my life. We did a family trip out to Alabama and stuff, and he played like the best from Alabama. 21 donut. Dude went to running back, money involved and everything. I learned by getting my ass kicked. Yeah. And where I became unbeatable. I actually got a job at Best Buy in Compton because I won the Madden tournament there. Homie hit me up a day before the tournament like, yo, I was talking shit, blah, blah. I need you to come up here and, fulfill what I was saying. I'm like, man, I don't even own the game. I ain't played the game in I ain't even played this year's version of it. Rented it. This is when Hollywood Video was still going around. Rented the game. Played 2 games of it that night. Didn't play it the next morning. Went, destroyed. Yeah. And it was ever changing. So it was just like, you impacted my life without even knowing it.
That's crazy, bro.
Without even knowing it.
And it's like when people turn the game on and they'll hear it or something like that. People like, hey, bro, I think I heard you on Madden. You know what I'm saying?
No, you didn't think you know.
Yeah.
that is.
They're like, then I looked at the thing and it said your name. I'm like, bro. So it's like, it's super dope, you know what I'm saying? And now, like, I get back home, I get to explain what a sync placement is. Yes. You know what I'm saying? So it's like with me, not only just teaching them, I'll get to show them what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, this is a sync placement. And then y'all want to get y'all songs in commercials and movies and video games and blah, blah. So it's like, I'm not just talking about it. It's like, I'm showing what's going on.
You're bringing it back to the land, man. And that's monumental.
As long as they know they can do it. That's my thing. Yeah.
Like I said, we got plenty up here. Mentioned you in studio with our brother right here, Casey Veggies.
Casey.
Talk about the importance of not just the professional relationship, because anybody can Google that, but the personal bond that you guys have. Yeah, like the crazy thing about it is Ryan, he really like plugged that in too. You feel me? And then it became a point to where it's like, I hear Casey name and it's love. Yes. Casey hear my name. What up, Trev? Yep. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and we just did this on the love. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Ryan plugged to play together. We both managed by him, so it made a lot of sense. And I feel like it wasn't nothing that
you know, I didn't want Casey on. Like, it was something that I heard Casey on. You could hear him on this type of record, you know what I'm saying? And he got on that moment, he slid too. So it was just, everything was just organic. We didn't force it. It happened when it was supposed to happen, and it's probably going to happen multiple more times. You know what I'm saying?
1,000%.
Like, multiple times. So it's all love with Casey.
I'm a Kool-Aid drinker.
Yeah.
It was like the perfect blend of sugar and water. and I'm just saying, like, I was able to be in the studio, and again, your energy was like just contagious.
Yeah.
And it came out in the track.
So we did. Hey, this was one of the ones. It still is. You know, people still like that. People still like this record.
As they should. And like I said, I got plenty, brother, plenty.
Yeah, I'm seeing what you got going on. I'm getting a little nervous.
Boom.
Oh,
talk about it.
That was like, I think this was like the first interview I did with Mile High Minute, and it took off. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like when people finally sat there and listened to me and they heard like, okay, he's not just a rapper who's just talking shit and popping shit. Like, he's actually trying to give us gems. He's actually trying to say something. And I feel like that's why this interview took off. This was probably like, especially on Instagram, this is probably my most viewed interview for sure.
Until we get this one out there.
Yeah. Let's turn it up.
Work in progress, man. But,
and I got more gems now. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So it's like you keep living life, you keep having more to talk about.
When it comes to being a platinum artist, is there such thing as good ego that comes with it?
Yeah. I feel like people always have, like, I think ego has like such a negative connotation tied to it. You know what I'm saying? But there are certain things that can be good that come with ego. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just, I have an extreme amount of confidence, you know what I'm saying, in myself. I have an extreme amount of confidence in my ability to work. But I feel like ego clashes with, you need to be humble.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It clashes with that. So once you get to the point, like I said, I'm humble for God. So besides God, like, I don't see nothing wrong with ego. As long as I'm not, you know, disrespecting nobody, I'm not. But there's certain things that I'm not going to put up with.
Right.
There's certain things that I do feel like I'm above. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's not me getting in the trenches, getting dirty with my people. Like, there's certain things that I feel like I'm too old to do now. You know what I'm saying? And that comes from ego. Like, that don't just come from, it's a knowledge of self. I know myself. I move like I know myself. You know what I'm saying? So I'm, like I said, other than that, like, it's gonna clash with the whole, you need to be humble to people. You need to be humble. You need to be humble.
No, I need to be proud.
Majority of people who tell you to be humble, they want you to be humble so they can take advantage of you.
Right. Or so they can feel equal.
Yeah. Or so you can do something for them.
Right. And half the time it's just a person who's trying to cut corners and not work. And that's the problem a lot in the industry. Like, a lot of people are looking for those cosigns or looking for that person to help, I guess, get them in the door, but they really didn't put in the work to belong in the room.
It's like, you know, and sometimes your ego gonna protect you from certain things. You feel me? Somebody come in your inbox and be like, how much is your price? Oh, bro, you here. You came to me. You know what I'm saying?
I understand, because I've been getting that a lot lately. People are like, hey, man, how much it costs to get on your show?
Right.
And I'm just like, I go through certain things with certain people, but for the most part, if you are fully passionate about your purpose, it's priceless to sit across from me.
Thank you.
Because what you have to provide can help the next person. That's all this whole premise is about, getting people to stop suffering in silence, stop hiding their hurt so they can heal from it, and respectfully chase their purpose fully.
Yes. Chase the purpose, bro. Everything else gonna fall in line.
Chase the chicken.
The chicken is the purpose.
I was Ryan knew what I was doing. Ryan knew what I was doing.
Chasing chicken, man.
And again, I got some stuff, man.
I told you, I'm nervous. Every time you press play.
This right here. Press loves the kids.
Yeah, they do.
And I love the fact that you always are reaching back and making sure that they see a sign of light and hope to go after their thing.
Yes, bro.
Talk about how important it is to continuously install true foundation and belief in the youth.
The youth is the future, bro. And the thing about it is, like, excuse me, if they don't know that is possible, we failed as their elders.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So when you do go back and you do give to them and they love you and they just want to talk to you, like, bro, I'm in a studio session yesterday and you know, a woman back home hit me like, my niece loves you. Can you please just FaceTime me for her birthday?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I'm in the studio session right now. Give me a second. So I was like, text me when you're ready. She was like, ready. I FaceTimed her. And, you know, the little girl answered the phone.
That's tight.
And she's like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And it's like just doing things like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, it's going to come with the popularity. It's going to come with that. But to make one of these kids' day, like, that's big. You know what I'm saying? Especially somebody who got kids. You feel me? So I understand what it means to, you know, I was a kid. You feel me? So it's like, if I can do something small like that, and it seems small to us, you know what I'm saying? Because we running around, we doing so much, we maneuvering, we chasing this, we doing it, we taking care of the family. But if it's small to us, but that was probably big to that girl. You know what I'm saying? And something that she's probably never gonna forget. So I like to create moments with the youth that they're gonna be like, hey man, I remember when I was a kid, and you know what I'm saying? Because we all gonna get older. We are gonna get older, and then hopefully those type of experiences mold them into a person that's gonna do the same and give back when they get older.
Absolutely. Each one teach one. And that's all
that's
it is.
S3 though. He going to the league.
He going to the league for sure.
He going to
the league for sure. That kid is tremendous. He has good spirit in him.
Yeah, he
good
goes to the league for sure. And he got a good father. You know what I'm saying? I used to, when we was his age, I used to play with his dad.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Giving back, man.
Crazy.
Let's see what else I got up here for you.
Man.
Boom.
Sheesh.
This is what I wanted, Ted. This is what I wanted.
Let's sit down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Talk about how important it is to have these moments, but also how important it is to perfect your craft.
Man. The crazy thing is, like, when we did this, that was we was so like the energy was infectious around the record. Right? People's playing When the Smoke Clears, they anticipating the project. So I go in there and then I'm like, yeah, man, I'm about to do some new stuff. And they're like, bro, we have to do When the Smoke Clears. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like,
yes.
All right, let's do it. So it was easy. Like I had already like been trying to memorize it for shows and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But I write so much music, like I got to learn my music how I learn other people's music. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, I know where I'm going with it. I know what I'm saying, but when I'm knocking out 5, 6, 7 records in one night, and then I'm like, "Ooh, that one is crazy!" Though, like, I got to learn it. You know what I'm saying? So I just get in there and we one take this whole video. You know what I'm saying?
I was doing research. I was like, dang, he just won and gunned it.
Bruh, did a one take with the whole video. I even changed the ending. I was adding shit to it, and they was just like, we done. Like you did done what you were supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? And then we most recently did another one to where they was like, choose your favorite old school instrumental and write a verse and then later verse. We one take that too. So it's like, they like, okay, we getting used to like you not needing us for a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? Like you come in there, you one take it and then you leave, bro. Like, very professional. Like,
next time we're gonna try to get 3 in one day out of here.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, this changed a lot. And you know what I'm saying? Like, this was in the midst of like, I'm like working with Shark. We putting music out. Like, this is when it started getting fun again. You know what I'm saying? So, and you could tell. You could really tell if you watch this video. It was fun.
When music isn't fun for you, what do you do to recalibrate to make it?
Make it.
Just go back in and just,
that's
like
it.
It's the first time all over again.
That's it. Like, I feel like a lot of people get like writer's block and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think I've ever gotten writer's block because I use music to channel my emotions. Like, this is how I get that shit out of me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when I'm not feeling music, I got to talk about not feeling music, making music. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, I might get on a song and be like, I hate this shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I get it out. And then I'll be right back to it.
Okay. Man, I think I got one more. Or maybe that was the last one. Yeah, that was. But I got a good question, though.
Yeah.
Because we ain't done yet. If somebody was discovering you for the first time today, what would be the best, or what would be your song that you would say is the closest channel to you as a person?
That's tough.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it would have to be, I would have to, one, know the age of the person.
Absolutely. I was about to say, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because if they, between 21 and 25, I would send them to make a long story short.
Yes.
Because they would probably learn a little bit about themselves at that age. If they're older than 25, I would probably send them to Out the Dark.
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah,
that's one of my
because
favorites, honestly.
they'll probably relate to a lot of things that, like, I love how I can tie an album to my age and what I was going through at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like if I know your age and I know what you're going through, I can direct you to how to get through it.
That wisdom.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
To how to get through it. And then if you just want to have fun and turn up, I could do that too. Like,
I mean, yeah, let's play out. I mean, shoot, you've. Okay, now I get to ask this next question too. Is it hard for you to let go of songs or do songs for other people that are smash hits? Because you have so many out there.
No.
And
I really think that it's one of those things to where it's like, and this is probably where people will think ego and cockiness comes in, but I don't feel like I'm running out of shit.
Oh, absolutely not.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely
like,
not. Absolutely not.
I don't feel like, so if it's a record, it's, especially if I know somebody really loves the record, you know what I'm saying? I got no problem with giving it up because probably just gonna go make another one tonight. Like,
yeah, because I gotta say, I am a big Tory Lanez fan.
Yeah.
So I dang that, like, come on now. And then you chart it with I Told You So at the same time, like, come on now.
Yeah, it's that
album came out on my birthday.
That type of bag. You know what I'm saying? To where it's like, if we make one, we make another one, and make another one, and make another one. Like, I've seen what it looks like for a record to work. You know what I'm saying? That I had something to do with, that I'm on. Like, I've seen what it looks like for a record to work. So I know I did it before. I could do it again. Like, we done got placements on multiple records, different records. Like, you know, different
artists from different genres and like just different spectrums, like Jeezy, like you know Tiger, like the list can go on and go on.
We moving, like so,
1,000%.
You know, and there's been records that I've been really like, oh, I want this record, and they're like, bro, no, like we need this record, and I gave the record up, and I feel like I probably could have did, you know what I'm saying, like it probably would have made more sense for me.
Yes.
But that taught me a lot as an artist too, that like every song that's a hit don't mean it's your hit. You know what I'm saying?
Clip that, because I think a lot of people fail to realize that in the bigger scheme of things, that if you created something, you have the potential of doing it again.
Right.
So maybe the time frame of it probably wouldn't have worked for you as it did for the other person. But sometimes you make it bigger than the other person anyways.
Yeah. And that's what it taught me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what a hit is. I can listen to a hit, and there'll be something that I'll hear, and I'll be like, ooh, this is fucking, but it don't go for me. So my job is, let's find who it can be an actual hit for. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like people always like have these like stories online to where it's like, yeah, I had this beat and I passed up on it, then it became, that was what it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Like it landed where it was supposed to land. So that's a part of knowing yourself too. You feel me? Like there's certain things I could hear a beat and it'd be like a pop star, rock star, and I'd be like, this is a smash, but it's not a Trev smash. So let's figure out who it's a smash for. You know what I'm saying?
Let's get it going. You know, let's get this platinum out there.
Right.
You know, you know what? Maybe for them, it's gold.
Yeah.
For me, it's platinum.
Right.
So it has those variables that plays into it.
Yeah. And I feel like, you know, that's kind of the difference between being hungry and thirsty.
You said it, man.
You know what I'm saying?
You said it. And I'll say this with this weekend and stuff. I hope a lot of people was heavily carrying bottles of water. It was a lot of thirst out there this weekend, man. A lot of thirst out there. And lack of hunger. And what I mean by that is you'll have a person walk into a room and it's full of potential of growth, but they're looking for somebody to come say something to them instead of going and initiating conversation and communication. And it's just like, dude, like, step into the room and understand yourself, but also stepping into the room and see what you can provide instead of what you
Right.
can get out of it.
Right. But that taught me a lot too with being a songwriter. Like artists, they genuinely adapt and, you know what I'm saying, have open arms for songwriters because it's like, I'm here to help you. You feel me? If you go to that same artist as a artist, they're like, what you want from me?
Like,
You know?
what's the catch?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey man, can I get a verse? Versus, hey man, I got a hit for you. They're gonna receive that way different because it's like you're trying to bring something to me. We're in a world where everybody's trying to take something from me. So I learned that too with being a songwriter is like songwriters are very much like open arms, welcome with open arms. If people are open to having songwriters, you know what I'm saying?
How important, especially at this stage and age and everything that you experience in the music industry, how important is your boundaries?
Ooh, that's number one. Numero uno. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, practicing boundaries with the people you love.
Yes.
You know, like my boundaries are my boundaries. It don't matter if it's my mother, my father, you know what I'm saying? Ryan, like my kids understand my boundaries. If my babies can understand, you know, not my 5-year-old, he do not understand.
Shout out, big time.
But you know, he's the only one who gets an exception, and maybe somebody else's kid's that young. But other than that, like my boundaries are my boundaries, bro. And I feel like people understand, and if it's like something that I'm not cool with or I'm not okay with, they're not even bringing it across my table. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm at that point now to where it's like, and you don't get to be a repeat offender with my boundaries.
Right.
So it's kind of like
all my loved ones around me is in my ears and in my head right now saying like, yeah, Preston, pick this up. Because where you're going, you have to strengthen your boundaries even more because I'm too nice, I'm too giving, I'm too patient. I give people the benefit of the doubt and it doesn't come back my way. And I'm not a giver who has expectations other than reciprocation. So for me, I'm just be genuine. If I'm giving bullshit, asshole tendencies, lack of commitment and stuff like that, then it would make sense of why I'm getting what I'm getting.
right.
So it never really quite makes sense with me because I just give because it's just pure from the heart.
Right.
So my expectations just reciprocate. If somebody's giving you the time of day, then reciprocate that as well because nobody can get that back.
Right.
And a lot of people take that for granted. So how do you not take things for granted in the moment, even though life is moving so fast for you?
Because I know it ain't forever. You know what I'm saying? Like when you think about life is the dopest experience we can have, but it's so precious, and I think people don't realize that too. I got very close people with me who I have one image in my head of them and I don't have another. You know what I'm saying? Like I got best friends who I don't know what they look like as adults. I have an image of my cousin and it stops at age 13 because that's when he passed away. I don't know what he looks like as a grandpa. I ain't gonna know what he looks like as a dad. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like life is very precious. You know what I'm saying? So my boundaries are to preserve life. You know what I'm saying? To keep me moving forward and where I need to go. And it's like, you got to realize your boundaries is always going to affect or feel like an insult to somebody who don't have none.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like when I meet other people who have boundaries too, it's like we shake hands. We like, oh yeah, I feel you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Maybe people who don't really have boundaries that don't understand why you have them. But they'll soon understand, you know what I'm saying, when they start to build them for themselves.
Right. And you have to protect your investment.
You have
and
to.
Your main investment is yourself.
And I feel like if I didn't have boundaries, I would have already changed the person I am. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have this energy, and because it's like, bruh, I've been through a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? So my boundaries is to assure that I can stay myself, you know what I'm saying, in the midst of everything. So it's like, I don't got to be an asshole to people because I don't got to be around people I need to be an asshole to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's where my boundaries come into place.
Oh, they gonna know on Monday when I get back to work.
Yeah.
I'm so embedded into the person that I am and still becoming to where the nonsense, the waste of time, or just the he say she say stuff. I don't have time for that because that's not fulfilling my purpose. At all.
Other people's opinions about me are not for me to hear.
Right.
You feel
Your
me?
opinion of me is not the opinion of myself.
Yeah. It don't bother me, bro. I feel like a lot of things like that, like Ryan could say, a lot of things used to bother me, bro. And now it's like, bro, I'm so in, like, I'm zen.
I'm still
Like,
work in progress in that, you know, because I feel like people are very aware. Like you're everything is intentional, so you're aware of what you're doing. Some things slip and happen, accidents happen, but I feel like if you're constantly thinking of the other person and how you wouldn't want to feel, then you're gonna put the pure intention into it, and that's just where I'm at.
Right.
That's where I'm at.
I think the most that bothers me nowadays is like things that I could do differently. You know what I'm saying?
Accountability right there. I like that.
Yeah. So it's like, dang, I could have said something. I could have said that different. Or that, you know, and it's like bothers me for a second and then I release it. Like like that's the biggest thing about me is I feel everything.
Same.
You know what I'm saying?
Same.
Like I'm not numb to shit. Like the highest experience, the closest I feel like we can be to God is to feel everything. Like numbness to me is close to death. You know what I'm saying? So I would rather feel everything and just know how to process and release it.
Absolutely.
And that's what I've been mastering lately. That's why I said I'm in my zen.
All right, well,
and
shit,
Ryan,
let me know when them classes are available. I'm gonna need to go ahead and get some Zen classes over here. He's talking like Phil Jackson and stuff.
No, I promise you, bro. Like, and he'll know. Like, I don't allow myself to have bad days. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's bad things that happen in a good day.
That's just bad moments.
Bad moments. You know what I'm saying? But I can't dwell on it. Like, it's just so much to do. So much work to do. So much, you know. And there's certain things like death and things like that you just like, okay, maybe I need to sit in this for a little second.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I can show my appreciation. But even death is something that I got to process and release. I got to release it.
You can't mentally be a prisoner of something that has not came yet.
Right.
Because then you're not really fulfilling your purpose.
Right. And understanding grief. You know what I'm saying? Understanding grief is a thing because grief is a weird thing.
It really is.
It can come at any moment. It could leave at any moment. So
it came about 4 or 5 times throughout this episode. Like again, like I'm a grandfather's boy.
Right.
So like
right.
He left me in this position to be the head of the family because he knew I could handle it.
Right.
So just again, channeling full purpose into my passion and allowing, you know, myself to fully believe in myself, keeping those boundaries, keeping those family members around and stuff like that, and being open with myself to allow others to be open with them. That's the main thing. Yeah,
that's numero uno, bro. And that's why I said, like, that's one thing that you can't control. So, you know, grief is like very tricky. So I just accept it as it comes and I release it as it comes. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's pretty much the only thing in my life that I say is just like one thing that just controlless. Like I can't control that. But everything else is like
Zen down. The Zen master. I'm telling you, let me know when them classes are.
Yeah. Ryan, he get like, you know, he's trying to get to that point too.
The last major conversation we had and my mother was in the car. We're driving. All about God.
Yeah.
All about God, to the point to where my mom starts feeling it, and not saying like, you know, not saying she doesn't have it because that's how I got, you know, God in me, but it was just like the gift of God is a grateful thing, but it's a thing that a lot of people don't fully embrace and take advantage of because it's a form of wisdom.
Right.
And as we become the wise ones, we have to be able to pass those moments down to other people or it gets lost in the sauce. So thank you guys again. And no, we're not done because we are now at the positive period of the podcast.
Okay.
Where I ask every individual that's sitting across from me, whether you're talking to a younger version of yourself or another person out there that's suffering silence or hiding their hurt so they can heal from it. What would be that moment or that message that you'd like to give to either you or them?
I talk to myself. Because I used to feel like suffering in silence was better. I used to feel like nobody cared. But the hard part about suffering in silence is you're going to explode.
Yes.
Okay? And you're going to blow up. And majority of the time when you blow up, it's going to be around or it's going to affect people that you really care about. Because a bomb is going to hit the people closest in
proximity.
You know, so I feel like when I was younger, you know, and I just didn't know I wasn't emotionally mature. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have emotional intelligence. That was something I had to learn and I had to practice and I had to try to perfect, even though we're not going to be perfect at it. But I feel like talking to somebody and talking to somebody professionally is very different. There's a lot of information that I've disclosed with people who I should have been disclosing with a therapist. I should have been disclosing with a pastor. I should have been disclosing with somebody who can professionally give me advice. You know? But we want to share
right there
things
with you
with
with that.
friends. We want to share things with our lovers. We want to share things with family. We want to share things. And it's like, our family probably been through the same trauma as this. They don't got the answer. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of it is
Yeah.
trauma passed on from family.
From family, majority of the time. So it's like that started my relationship with my therapist. That strengthened my relationship with God. Now it's certain things that you're gonna have to tie me up and waterboard me to get out of me, bro. That only my therapist and God know. And I feel like that's how it needs to be. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you get to the point where your emotional maturity is you want a household. You know what I'm saying? You want to be able to build a household. You want to be able to raise children. You want to be able to take care of a wife. You want to be able to do that. But within that household, God has to take care of you the way you take care of your family. Right?
Absolutely.
Because your wife is going to fall short. Your kids is going to fall short. There's going to be times you fall short. But as the provider and protector, what you do for your household, God is supposed to do for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's a promise. So I feel like when we start thinking about that, it'll be more men inclined to reach spiritually, to reach out to a therapist if it's something that you need in the moment. But them is my two go-tos. If I don't get an answer from my therapist and I don't get an answer from God, I ain't moving yet. That's it. Because I can't, like, people are too emotional. You know what I'm saying? And emotions are wishy-washy. So it's like, it's hard to get solid advice from the person you laying next to who loves you to death. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going to fall
intent
short.
for you is a little different.
Yeah. And they just want the best. And sometimes you just need the real.
Clip that. Clip that. There's too many gems in this. There's too many gems in this. I can't wait until you go to Denver and come back here.
Yeah.
Man. Every time you back here, I need you sitting in
We're
this
going to
chair,
have
bro.
some more
Every
things
time.
to talk about.
Because life is not just one moving variable. It's a bunch.
Yeah.
So it's constantly evolving. It's constantly upgrading. So there's going to be constant moments where I'm going to need these gems, brother.
For sure.
And
we creating our reality nowadays. You know what I'm saying? We creating it. I ask for everything that comes to me. I attract everything that comes to me. You know what I'm saying? So when I say I want to surround myself with like-minded people and positive people, like, I'm bringing that into my life. I'm creating my world as I'm living it. So it's kind of dope when you kind of get the hang of it, bro.
Yeah. It's a superpower for sure.
Yeah,
It's a superpower.
When you get the hang of it, it's actually pretty dope. I'm not going to lie to you.
Man, I can't say thank you enough for this amazing episode. We're going to have more to come with this.
Yeah.
Let the people know where they can find you, your incredible music, and also what we can look forward to next. Because you got so much going on, so we're going to have to give them something specifically.
We chasing chicken all summer, I feel like.
Yes, we is. Yes, we
That's
is.
what we want to do.
Yes, we is.
But y'all can find me, it's Trev-Rich HD. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people, like, see my name and be like, why would that be his rap name? Like, bro, it's just my real name. So
thank you.
You know what I'm saying? When it's time for me to write books or when it's time for me to direct movies, y'all gonna see Trev-Rich, bro. Like, that's just what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying?
As it should be.
Trev-Rich HD is like Instagram, Facebook, Trev-Rich, if y'all still on Facebook. TikTok is That's Trev. Like, I just be moving around, bro. I do the motivational speaking. I could be funny. People want me to do stand-up comedy. I'm writing movies. Like,
that's what I started off wanting to do,
we're doing
too.
everything. We're doing everything, bro. Like, in this experience, I'm doing everything I can possibly do until I can't no more.
Take advantage of the opportunity while we have it, because tomorrow's not promised.
It's not.
And we can't change yesterday. So live fully in your purpose today.
Presence is a present.
Man, presence is a present for sure. And I can say, you guys know, well, if you don't know, I got more red carpet interviews coming. I got more dimensions to express yourself. We're doing business editions. We're doing studio editions. We're doing food editions and stuff where I'm coming to you guys' establishments and making it more prevalent for you guys, because again, if no one's watching commercials and there's no commercials to help individuals, my content will be that for you guys.
For sure.
So let's build this community. Let's establish more family orientedness, and let's be real with ourselves so we can be real with other people.
Mm-hmm.
Like with all
That's
this,
number one.
in a land full of lollipops, there's too many suckers. Too many suckers. And man, I can't say thank you guys enough. Thank you to my proud sponsors, Self Love, Burgundyism, Shoe Pugs, King Vision, and Free Fuel. And Ethica. I'll be in studio soon. Y'all see me on that billboard being welcome very, very soon. And man, Trev, thank you for being here.
Bro.
I can't wait until you leave so you can come back already, so we can know
I'm
the date.
coming back,
Ryan,
bro.
keep me locked in. All the group chats, I want in.
Yeah, we in,
I'm officially family, so I need in on that.
You in.
And
you
yeah,
in for sure,
you already know
Chris.
we chasing chickens.
Yeah,
we chasing chickens.
Chasing chicks.
Chasing
Yes, yes,
chicken.
yes.
Oh, yeah. That's what
And-
we on.
And you guys already know who I am. I am at your very, very proud host, XPress.
Press.
This is Express Yourself with XPress, and like that, we gone.
Let's get it.
They hate when you elevate. You're stacking up losses, I'm handing them out, yeah, I had to go delegate. It feel like I'm floating, I'm lost in the moment, I swear I could levitate. They never believed that I would really fly.